The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now. A video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Grey Maniacs gather! Hi everybody, it's haul time! I'm going to show you a few bits that I've picked up and an AOK, a mystery AOK. Ooh! I mentioned this comic on a stream saying it was the last one I needed for this run, and I've got a suspicion who might have been who sent it to me. I know Roger asked for my address to pass on, and he passed it on to whoever this person was, but I haven't found out yet who it was who sent it to me. But it's the last one I needed for my first issue special run. It's the Dingbats of Danger Street, a Jack Kirby comic. I've read it now. It was quite good. It wasn't too bad at all. I couldn't imagine it being a whole series, but it's just like basically he likes the old kids on the street kind of thing. Then the Newsboy Legion was one he did way back in the golden age. This is like an updated for its time Newsboy Legion, really. Kooky characters living on the streets pretty much, and looking after each other, and not try not to deal with the man. Although there was a detective in there, it was kind of like the I suppose the equivalent of the Guardians from the Newsboy Legion. But yeah, it was a decent enough little read. Bit of quirky Jack Kirby fun with some strange characters, but yeah, it was cool. And someone gave it to me for nothing, and it completed my run. So thank you. Yeah, I won't bother telling you who my suspicions are of who might have got it for me. But I remember someone saying asking me my details on Twitter, and I didn't have Twitter. But then I never heard nothing else. And then Roger mysteriously asked me for my address, so I think it might be that person might have gifted it to me. But yay! If anyone else wants to gift me anything, my watch list is down below in the description box. Right, then I got a couple of little bits on eBay. I can't remember why I did now. Oh, I know. I was determined to finish off one of my runs, another one of my runs. So I'll show that one first. And I thought while I was there, I've got a couple of extra ones to make the postage work out okay. So I managed to finish off my run of Batlash. Yes, Batlash. Wanted, dead or alive. Only a 7-parter. And yeah, very happy to finish this run off, because I really enjoyed it. It's good fun. Good fun. Good little comedic western tales, Batlash is a fun character. A womanizer, gambler, cheat, a bit of a living on his wits kind of thing. It's quite cool. Yeah. So happy to finish off that run, and it's great art as well. It's really cool art. Don't ask me who it is, I can't remember. But I think other different people have done different covers actually. Who does this look like? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Someone will look at that and instantly know who it is, but I don't have a clue. I know very, very few artists just by looking at them. Right now, yeah, this is from the same vendor on eBay. Yeah, just who can go wrong with strange adventures? Reasonably cheap. I always pick up the cheap ones if I can. Warning! Keep away from the deadly gaze of the man with the computer eyes. Avoid the gaze of the man with the computer eyes. You are now under my power. The computer eyes have hypnotized you. There you go. I'm actually planning an eye-themed cover slingers for the future. When it comes to a slinger's choice, I've got a few covers with giant eyeballs on them that I'm going to be showing. They're a bit limited, but I quite like them. You see each of the eyes has got visions of disaster going on inside by the looks of it. So yeah. Right, and a mystery in space as well. I only just recently read this guy's first appearance. Not a first appearance, but the first time I picked up a comic with him in it. And also I read an updated version of the character as well. It's Ultra the Multi-Alien. And this one, Ultra the Multi-Alien battles the fiendish Pied Piper of Pluto. Mystery in space. Sizzling Saturn! The Pied Piper has piped up a sea serpent from under the ground. Woo woo, tweet tweet. Yes, and This one was particularly good because I'm working on a Pied Piper theme for future cover Slinger's Choice. I think I've got about 3. I've got definitely 3 now. I might have 4. I can't remember now. I can't remember what's on my list. I know there's a Superboy and a Phantom Stranger that got a Pied Piper on them. And I've probably a Flash as well, because obviously the Pied Piper is the Flash's villain. So when we get Slinger's Choice sometime, you'll see some Pied Piper covers from me. Spoiler alert. Make sure you vote for me, yeah? Right, and this one was nice and cheap, and I thought that was good. It's a war comic. It's ACG. I didn't know ACG was still going. I assume they finished ages ago. This is from 2020, this one, I think. So it's fairly, no, was it 2020 or I can't remember. It's fairly recent. I thought it was fairly recent, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they were still going at this time. And it's a tribute to, I believe, a comic creator. So he must have passed, and maybe this is work that he did originally. It was 2001, so not as new as that. But 2001, there's a mention of another book that's come in 2001. It's all black and white. It's a tribute to Sam Glanzman. And it was like £2, something like that. I thought, well, why not? Why not indeed? It's all black and white. Oh, apart from that text bit there, I've accidentally turned on. That's the tells you about Sam Glanzman. He was born in Baltimore, Maryland, December the 4th, 1924. Yeah, but I'm guessing this is either he's written it or he's drawn it. I'm not too sure what he did, but I thought for a couple of quid, I'm guessing reprints of old war stories that Sam Glanzman had a hand in. I thought, why not? Looking at the actual price, it's $5.95 that was originally. When you bought it in America. Right, let's put this away without getting any sticky youngness on it. Yeah, be a nice little war. Not bad art either. Look at that. No, he's one of us. Right, one of my Facebook selling pals. I purchased some comics from him. Rather foolishly decided that I've got 2 more runs to start working on. Why do I do this to myself? I haven't finished the runs I'm trying to finish, and I'll start new runs. So I'm trying to get Batman Family now. I think there's 20 issues. Here's number 1. Introducing the new Dynamite duo, Batman Family, presenting the origin of the Batgirl Robin team. Meet the Batman Family: Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, Man-Bat. Because Man-Bat was a hero for a while, wasn't he? And that they got rid of that and they made him back into a villain again, mostly. Sometimes he's a villain, sometimes he's not. Sometimes he just wants to be left alone. But yeah, there you go, Batman Family. It's mainly focusing on Batgirl and Robin. So that's number 1. I've got number 5. Your turn, Robin, and now your turn, Batgirl. Extra, Ace the Bat-Hound and the Signal Man, plus special features. Co-starring the Dynamite duo in The Princess and the Vagabond. I've gone in the wrong position here. I've got too much light coming through the window. I thought I needed light through the window to be able to see the comic books without being all gloomy, and now I've got too much picking up the glare. But I won't apologise, as friend Bub says. You can also probably hear some background noise you may not have heard previously when I've been filming in this room, because we had a lot of work done at Lisa's. You can see there's no mould on the walls, hopefully, like there always was in the past. She's finally had the mould treated by the council, and they've put in new ventilators, which are running all the time, so you can hear them in the background circulating the air so we don't get bloody mould again, hopefully, fingers crossed. Right, I've got another Batman Family here, number 7. The Dynamite duo battles Huntress and Sportsmaster in 13 points to a dead end, plus the menace of Dr. Double X and the mystery of the broken Batman trophies. These are like 70s comics, I believe, so not your Silver Age goodness, but in the same vein though. They're not far off the Silver Age, kind of looking at the stories and the blurbs and so forth, and they're just cool little stories, cool extra stories to read. Right, here's another one for a run I'm trying to finish. Reprints of like old sci-fi stories, always a good read, and I just love these covers, the way they're laid out, and they've got so much text on there to read as well, like, and I just love the blurb, stories to stagger the imagination. It's just like, oh, that's just so punchy. Super size from beyond the unknown, astounding, the giant from beyond, astonishing, menace of Saturn's rings, startling, do not open till doomsday, amazing, amazing. Next year, Andromeda. Fantastic. World at the edge of the universe. Incredible. The twice told tale. Plus an all new spectacular. The Earth shall not die. And he appears to be the Jolly Green Giant. He's given up selling sweet corn. And he's come down his beanstalk and he's crushing cars for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if he came before the Jolly Green Giant started selling his wares, or this influenced the Jolly Green Giant. I'm not too sure, but there he is. Ho, 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 Green Giant. Right, I got a nice little detective comics, nice purple background. Beware the Night of the Batman. Oh, I might use this for running away scared covers. That's a good one. It's purple as well, which always helps Matilda. Right, and then we have, this is a key. This one I've kind of wanted for quite a while. Because when I first started buying comics from the corner shop around the corner from my dad's back in the day, one of the first comics I got was a Batman where you can see Killer Croc bursting out of the sewer. You see his back and Batman's in front of him, like ooh, and Killer Croc's jumping out of the sewer kind of thing, looking menacing as heck. And back in the day, practically all the time, whenever a new villain is introduced to the Batman world, he always gets the upper hand on Batman to start off with, and he has to sort of like overcome the challenge and finally defeat the enemy. And so this, I believe, is supposed to be, whether it's a cameo or proper full appearance, this is the first appearance of Killer Croc, so I'm very happy to have it. Shame he's not on the cover, but the one that I've got, one of the first comics that I bought has got him on the cover. I think probably the first Batman that I ever bought has got him on the cover. So it's Suddenly the Squid. I think I've read this story before online, and I think he just like literally had one panel like phoning the cops or something like that, or phoning Batman to get him to take out his opposition, his business rival. I think the business rival is yeah, and I think he assassinates him. Not Batman, but the business rival, once Batman's flushed him out. I can't remember now, it was a while since I read it, but happy to have that. First appearance, I think, or second, third, fourth cameo, I don't bloody know, of Killer Croc. So, right, here's a nice DC Superstars Presents. I might have to add this to my list of ones to collect now, because I didn't really think of it as being a run, but I've got a few of them. And this is also going to double up for missile covers when it comes to cover slingers. It's a double-length all-new war novel, Sergeant Rock and Unknown Soldier. One wants to save Mademoiselle Marie and the other wants to kill her. Mademoiselle Marie is... who was it who did a good talk about all the DC war characters? It was Collecting Chaos. Collecting Chaos did a great talk. It was talking about the losers, but he went through all the other DC Wars connected comic books. He mentioned Mademoiselle Marie being one of the characters. I think she ends up having a liaison, a tete-a-tete with Alfred Pennyworth, Batman's butler. And they end up having a child together. I'm pretty sure it's her and Alfred. Somehow it's, I can't remember if it was written in one of the Brave and the Bold or something. And then later on in Batman, his daughter is introduced and becomes a love rival for Batman's affections with Vicky Vale. I think Vicky Vale and Madame Marie or Mademoiselle Marie and Alfred's daughter have a love triangle with Batman Bruce Wayne for a while, I believe. Anyway, but I'm happy to have this one. And look, you've got these Nazi missiles in the background there, which I will certainly be using for Missile Week on Cover Slingers when it comes up. So there you go. Right. So I mentioned Batman Family. I'm also going to try and get Super Team Family, another giant magazine. I think there's like slightly less issues, not 20, something like 16, 15, something like that. Superman, Batman and Robin, Return of the Composite Superman. I'm not sure if that's a reprint or an original. And the world's mightiest mortals battle their own alter egos. There we go, Super Team Family. Good, clean superhero action. Fun stories, no superheroes being killed or anything like that, which annoys the hell out of me. I like my superhero. I mean, there's space for like gritty superhero books, but the characters that I grew up on, I don't want to see them being gritty, and I want to see them being fun and, you know, fighting quirky crimes and not being killed or raped or freaking anything like that, you know. Actually, I showed you. I want to show you this one first. This is number 5. I showed you number 6 first, but this is number 5. What happens when Superman collides with Superboy? Batman battles the strangest villain of all, Eclipso. Extra, the origin of Eclipso, hero and villain in one man. Bruce Gordon, of course, becomes Eclipso whenever he sees an eclipse. There you go. Which you think would be very rare, really, when you think about it. I mean, how many times in your life have you seen an eclipse? I think I've seen an eclipse once. So Eclipso shouldn't be too much of a problem. But later on I've seen him, if like someone covers a light over slightly, like a light bulb, and they put like a little circle in front of it, suddenly that's an eclipse, and Eclipso emerges. But here's one I've not seen before. It's a Superman Spectacular, a dollar comic, 80 pages, all new, from 1977. We did it, Brainiac. Separately, we were always beaten by Superman, but together we killed him. Congratulations, Luthor. A new super-length thriller starring the world's greatest superhero. Cover by Lopez and Giordano. Is that Jose Luis? No, can't remember. Forgotten now. Right, I can't remember if he was a Lopez or not. Right, right. An Action Comics. Oh, is this? Yeah, this is the same seller. Yeah, this is the same seller. An Action Comics number 471. Too bad, Superman. The only way you can stop me from wrecking Metropolis is to find a way to arrest the Phantom. Ha ha ha! There you go. There's a Phantom. It looks like a womanly Phantom. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Lois Lane. I don't know. It's all about the hair. The shape of the head looks like Lois's hair. Because she returned evil by something turns her into a phantom that also makes her evil or some way. I don't know, I'll find out when I read it. Yeah, always happy to pick up Superman. Right, now people who might say that I only collect DC, wash your mouth out with soapy water, for here we have an X-Men comic. 20th anniversary issue, number 175. I was trying to collect 100 to 300, but I might have to skip that off a little bit and make it like 125 to 300, because 101, the first Phoenix, I'm never going to get that. I'm never going to get that. Maybe I'll get a reprint of it someday. That'll suit me. I don't mind facsimiles. Right, now that was that one seller. Then there's another guy that I buy off regularly as well. That first seller, actually, he's got a load of war books that he's put them off on eBay, and like I said, if you don't sell them on eBay, maybe we can do a deal. He did offer me them at one point, but it was like a bit much, I thought. Hopefully, if they don't sell on eBay, he'll give them, he'll sell it to me for a better price. We'll see. Right, now this next seller I buy from regularly, and we start off with a war book. Our Army at War, featuring Sergeant Rock. If you don't come out now, we'll blow you sky high. Oh no. And this is going to be another future Slinger's choice that I'm working on, is Children in Wartime. And here we see they're about to throw a grenade through this window, not realising that the Germans who are hiding there are already killed. But there's a little baby in there in the pram, and they're about to throw a grenade in there. Wow, that's so powerful. That's the war books are just, and Joe Kubert's art. The guy was a absolute genius at bloody. He's one of the artists I can always most often recognise. It helps that he signs it, but he's got this grainy, gritty, he's got a kind of style. I've mentioned before, but I mentioned before in a video that he did Flash, and it made Flash look old and haggard because he's so grainy and gritty and look just totally worn out. But when it comes to war books, it just suits the theme. You know what I mean? War is hell, and his art's got that lived-in look. His art, his characters in his books have seen things, man. They've seen things, man. They can't take it. Right, one for my preacher run. I didn't start preaching till late on, so it was the first 20 or something I was needing. I had all the others after that, so slowly but surely getting the full run. I had trade paperbacks, so maybe that we need individual comics, but if you can pick them up cheap, it's nice to have them. Who knows when you might need them for a Slingers thing. Right, another Marvel one. Yes, hold on to your seats. Well, I'm trying to finish off this Marvel X Factor run. There's a few more to go. This is number 138. To be honest, I probably should have only gone to 100 because after 100 the art starts going like this. It gets into the mid-90s Marvel, which, to be honest, across the board was a pile of steaming shite, as far as I'm concerned. I don't like that art. I'm pretty sure it's going to be crappy inside. Look at the saber-toothed face there. I don't know. I'm sure there's people who enjoy this. And that's supposed to be, that guy there's supposed to be Omega Red, isn't he? He's got the blinking coils. But why does he look so skinny and stretched out? And yeah, not Marvel in the 90s turned to crap. Now, this is the kind of Marvel I like. This is a little bit earlier, probably 80s, I think. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on it. But you know, just nice art. Who's this? Sal Buscema. Number 138 of Spectacular Spider-Man. I have certain numbers I want with most of the Spider-Man series, like the first 60 of the Spider-Man run, first 100 of the Web of Spider-Man, something like 200 to 400 or so of that, you know, that kind of thing. So this Spectacular Spider-Man 138 falls within the spectrum of what I need. I think I'm going 100 to 200 of Spectacular Spider-Man, but still plenty more to go. Right, this is a run I only started recently when I picked up number 1. And I got, I think a month before last I got number 1. Then last month I got number 2. And this month I got number 3. It's a DC Jack Kirby classic. This looks like a picture, a photograph with imposed art over it. And it's the first appearance. It's rather a dumb, I gotta say, it's a dumb character. You know, he's done Silver Surfer, and he's like, well, person on a surfboard through space works, why not a guy on skis? And we have the Black Racer, who's kind of like the New Genesis apocalyptic version of Death. He's like the Grim Reaper for the New Gods and the Apocalypse living people. I think they're also New Gods, aren't they, the people who live in Apocalypse? But they're like new demons, but they're not called that. But yeah. They're all kind of a good side a good side of the family, bad side of the family, aren't they? They're kind of like Romeo and Juliet. But when you think about it, Big Barda and Scott Free, Mr. Miracle are Romeo and Juliet, weren't they? Of that world, the Jets and the Sharks. Right. Anyway, there's the first appearance of Black Racer. So yeah, this is another key, and I quite enjoyed what I've read of these so far. I have enjoyed them quite a bit actually. Pretty decent stuff. I like them. Yeah, also it's kind of almost doing a Mr. Miracle run there as well, because I've happened to have picked up a couple of those recently as well. And I got Big Barda last month, the first appearance of Big Barda. He's a character I like. And fingers crossed Barda and Scott aren't bloody well broken up, or one of them's not died recently in modern DC. So I don't read modern DC anyway, so it doesn't really matter if they did. I know they messed with bloody Adam Strange and Alana's relationship, I think. Because it turned out they decided that Adam Strange was going to be a bloody well a war criminal. Right, here's a Ghosts. Ghosts number 36. Running away scared. So you may see this on a future Slingers. Right. Right. Not this seller, but the guy, the last lot of books that I showed you, that seller accidentally, and there was a miscommunication, and he sent me a copy of a Shadow story, a Shadow issue, and I was like, oh, I didn't really want that, but I thought, you know, I like the Shadow, I don't mind the Shadow, so I've started on this run now. It was only 15, maybe, not too many. This is Shadow number 10. Kaluta covers, and you can't you know knock one of the original superheroes, the Shadow. Really cool. You know, who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. Such a great catchphrase. You know, it was a radio show. I've listened to the radio show a few times. Like the podcast app that I use, and a lot of the old superhero serials are on there. The old Blue Beetle, the old Shadow, the Green Hornet. I've listened to some issues of all those, and yeah, it's just such a great. And if you ever listen back to it, it just sounds really menacing, really cool. Anyway, right, Black Hawk. I picked these up because of the quirky, crazy Silver Age madness of them, you know. I'm not like, I don't mind the characters, but you don't read them for like good fun. No, don't read them for serious stories. You don't read them for drama and intrigue. You read them for, my God, that's so quirky and daft, I can't believe it. That's what I read them for anyway. Maybe if I read them as a kid, you know, I would have been like, oh wow, it's so dramatic, oh I'm so scared of what's going to happen to Black Hawk. But no, you just read it knowing they're going to get out of it and just wanting to see in what crazy way they're going to do it. Perhaps their bird, Black Hawk's going to, I'm sure there was a story once that I read where he uses Morse code or something to warn them of something or other. This bird, this mascot that they've got, it's just that level of craziness. Anyway, in this one, it's no gag. The whole team's flipped. What turns the Black Hawks into a team of traitors? Bye bye, Buster. This saves us the trouble of killing you. And they seem to have thrown in. It's not a volcano because they'd be dead, but there's robot hands coming out of the earth in this crater, in this hole in the ground. Yeah, of course. I'll read it and find out what's going on. There's the Black Hawk. That's their mascot. I think they had two mascots. They had a monkey, they had a monkey mascot, and they had a Black Hawk mascot as well. Because, you know, when you've got a team of Silver Age pilots who don't fly an awful lot in their stories, yeah, you need two mascots. That's all I'm saying. Let's get that no glare. I know they're nice covers as well. The art's cool. You know, I like it. There's occasionally ones like robots, giant monsters. There's been a giant monster on the odd cover or two. Giant Nazi robots on another cover. They're good. They're good, quirky old DC Silver Age madness goodness. Right, then this is the last normal size comic I'm going to show you, and this is the penultimate one I need for this run, so I'll be able to read it soon. I just need one more, and I can finish and read this run. It's Black Lightning, number 3. He fell right into our trap, boss. The black dude is gonna die. Why does Clark Kent help hunt down DC's boldest new hero? I don't know. But I have got a theme for a future cover sling with televisions, so maybe I'll use this one for that. There you go, here we see Tobias Whale. He looks so funny in the comic books. They didn't go with this look for the TV show, but I quite like the TV show. I thought the TV show was pretty decent, particularly the guy who plays Tobias Whale in there. He's a really kind of menacing fella. Yeah, I think he's got. I think he's an albino, like I think he's an albino guy because he's like light skin. He's a black man, but he's quite light skin. I think he's albino, but he just really. I think he's a rapper as well. I'm looking at once. I think he's a rapper of some sort. But I don't know his music at all, but I just know that as an actor, he was really good as Tobias Whale. He just, the menace literally exudes off the screen when he's on. Right, I've got 3 magazines. Now, I don't often collect magazines, but the guy on this Facebook selling page, who I buy from often, they come up, no one had a bid on them, or no one asked for them. Basically it's not a bid, it's first come, first served, right? And I saw these for not too much, not great condition. I thought, yeah, I don't mind a Warren magazine every now and again. So we've got Eerie, number 121. It's got a corner missing, but that doesn't matter because that won't affect the stories inside. And I'm not collecting them because they're valuable to appreciate in value in the future. I'm collecting them so I can read the buggers. And possibly in the future, maybe in the future I will sell them for at least get my money back, maybe get some more money. You just don't know, do you? Don't know how the market's going to work, but they're good old black and white art stories inside. They're normally self-contained stories as well. At least they used to be. I don't know if maybe later in the run they became ongoing. I'm not too sure. Hope not, because otherwise I'll only have part of the story. But anyway, that's Eerie number 121. Well, let me show you the other Eerie. This is Eerie number 14. So this is quite an early Eerie, actually. Number 14. This is 67. Wow, that's even earlier than one that I think I've got 2 more Eerie's. I think one Rayman sent me as an AOK. One was my birth month Eerie, which I think maybe is like number 27 or something like that. And this is 1967. And it's good, great cover on it. Nobody knows they're here, but they are. I saw them. I swear I saw them. There you go. Illustrated terror tales in the creepy tradition. And here we are. Here is the cover. Look at that. giant aliens looming over this poor chap who's cowering in dread. And I'm guessing this is the Stalkers. Is it the Stalkers, is it called? Yeah, from the Stalkers, page 5, that quote was. I'm guessing these characters are the Stalkers. But that is just... Oh, that's great. I love that cover. That is a thing of beauty, that is. Anyway. And finally, talking of things of beauty, I've got a Vampirella. Vampy, number 57 from 1977. Ancient undead horror stalks Vampirella in the city of ghosts. Not the greatest Vampirella cover, I don't think, but decent. There's no crap Vampirella covers, I don't think. But this isn't like, she's not her sexiest, it's not the most, what's the word, dynamic action cover or anything like that. Posing maybe is a little bit strange. Why is she down there on one leg looking up at that weird angle when there's a zombie coming up behind her? I don't know. You almost think maybe someone drew the pose and then it was like, what's the story going to be this week? Oh, we're going to do zombies. Oh, okay, I'll put some stuff around them then. You know what I mean? It just looks... and if I want to be a perv, I can say she's not quite as jug-tastic as she often is on our covers. You know, she's looking a little bit deflated maybe on this cover. But I'm not Roger, so I'm not going to dwell on those kind of things, you know. I'm not Metarog. I don't get, you know what he's like. You know, he's terrible. Only joking, Rog. It doesn't use me that I've given him that reputation on cover slingers. No, everyone says it. Anyway, it's not true, of course. He's a very, very sensible man. Right, I'm off. I'm not a very sensible man. I am off. Thanks for watching and all that. Thanks for that fellow who brought me that comic I needed for my first issue run. And yeah, I am going now. Make sure to vote for me on Cover Slingers, won't you? I need them votes. And till next time, have a great amazing day. And may all your news be good news. Nobody knows they're here. Have a great amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.